everybody, it's Deb here with Creative Life. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for subscribing and being here with me today. Today we're going to be starting a new project using the Trace Jolie Scrapbook Kit for May. And you guys, this scrapbook kit is so beautiful. You get 2 packages of beautiful flowers. You get a ton of ephemera pieces to go with this scrapbook set, and you get beautiful papers. There's 12 by 12 collection, and that is by Uniquely Creative. It includes 16 double-sided pattern paper, 2 of each of the 8 papers inside of this collection. And then you get these super cute little embellishments. Now these are like wooden little buttons. They are super, super cute. So you get a ton of those, and then you get 2 chipboard rose pieces that are from the Trace Jolie store, and these are absolutely beautiful. Let me go ahead and take these out for you real quick. Absolutely gorgeous, you guys. So, so pretty. Look at that. Oh, I'm going to put them down here so you guys can see them a little bit better on the paper. And I'm going to take out, sometimes there's like little wooden pieces that you'll just have to kind of take out. That way you can see all of the daintiness inside of these little flowers. And they are beautiful. Any of the chipboard pieces you can find in the store. And again, I will link this kit down below for you to go check it out. And it's really gorgeous, you guys. It's so, so pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to get started with doing the 2-page layout that we're going to be starting. So let's go ahead and get started. To start off with, you're going to need 2 12 by 12 white sheets of cardstock. These are going to be your background pieces. And then you're going to cut a piece of pink of the pattern paper 2 by 12, and then one that's 2.5 by 12. The green checkered one is cut at 5.5 by 12, and then I have a piece of wood pattern paper cut at 3 by 12. And what I'm doing here is I grabbed the 2.5 by 12 sheet of the strip that I cut out, and I'm just using my punch to punch out a pattern on top of here. And I kind of messed up, so I had to turn it around. No one's going to see that other part, so I just turned it around, and I went ahead and finished punching out the top part of that pretty punch pattern. So after we get done punching this, we're going to go ahead and we're going to grab the wooden piece and we're going to go ahead and glue that down. And so, and you're just going to put this right to the right hand side. Okay. And there's that piece. This is a pretty easy layout, y'all. Really super easy to do. It's done in a matter of, probably 30 minutes, or maybe after you cut everything out. Just, it's really quick. So here I decided to go ahead and cut that little piece off. And what I did is I just grabbed my bone folder, kind of scored it a little bit, and then just cut that off. And I did that with the other pieces as well because I didn't want it reaching all the way over, just halfway over. And then we can use that little piece for something else later. Next, I went ahead and laid down my little pink punch piece and went ahead and glued that onto the back of that green checkered piece, and then that is going to lay right there. And then we're going to get the other piece. Now you can go ahead and punch your bottom piece. I didn't do that. I just left it straight edged. So I went ahead and I actually cut it down to 1 inch. And so the 2 by 12 is now a 1 inch piece. Next, I went ahead and I adhered down the green and pink piece. And then I'm going to come back in and I'm just going to butt that one piece right there. I'm just going to butt that up against the green checkered piece. So after you're done gluing those pieces, you're going to cut another piece, and this is probably maybe a half inch, or maybe it's about 3/4 of an inch. It's not very thick. It's just a little strip, and you're going to butt that up against the wooden piece. And at first, I was going to do like just a plain green, but then I looked at the back and I liked the flowers that were on there, and I thought that looked really pretty up against the wood, and it had the pink from the other and the green from the other papers that we laid down. So here I'm placing my mats together, and your mats are pretty, there's a few cuts. Okay, so there's 4 different cuts. The large mat is going to be 4 by 5. Then you're going to have one that is 3 3/4 by 4 3/4, 3 1/2 by 4 1/2, 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. And the 3 1/4 by 4 1/4, that is actually going to be for your photo. So your photo goes on top of that white mat. That is the smallest mat that is going to sit right on top of all of the mats. Okay. So, and I just layered them like this. I thought that looked really pretty with the backgrounds, different backgrounds and stuff. And I just went ahead and tried to place my photo up on there. For my photos, I don't use glue. I actually use tape for the back of my photos. And I just like it better, and I just don't want the glue to ruin the back of the photo. You know, sometimes you get those little lines and stuff. And then on top of the tape, I put my glue because you can't really see the lines from the glue. So, and then I went ahead and burnished everything down. And then after I finished putting my photos together, I went ahead and laid them down. So the photos that I'm using today are from my recent trip with my husband celebrating our 37th anniversary, and we had quite a good time. So we went up to Fredericksburg in Texas and went to the Enchanted Rock State Park. And this park is so beautiful. It's just natural, like all natural wilderness. Um, and Enchanted Rock is a huge rock that a lot of people climb up. And so it has a lot of history behind it. And so I thought that it was a really fun time, and it was something that we wanted to do. And so we're not like hikers or anything, but a lot of people that, climb this rock. And I want to say just a little tidbit that I kind of remembered from the history is that the Comanches used to climb up it for spiritual, prayers, and to feel, they said, to feel closer to heaven and things like that. So I just thought that, it would be fun to do for something for my husband and I. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm just gluing on everything after I glued down where I wanted my photos. I went ahead and came back in with my ephemera and pieces and just kind of glued everything down to on the top there. And I really think this layout looked so pretty. Really, really loved it. I really liked using the ephemera. The ephemera is just absolutely gorgeous. You guys will want to use that because it's just so pretty. It's, cut out perfectly. It's just gorgeous. Don't know what else to say about it. Next, I did go ahead and use some foam tape on one of the ephemera pieces, and it's the middle piece that I'm putting in between the photos. And we're just going to go ahead and place that right in the middle there. And then after I put this down, I went ahead and placed down the flowers and just kind of arranged them in the corner there. Thought that that looked really pretty. And then the little buttons have a sticky on them already. So when you lay them down, you're just going to go ahead and lay them down. You don't need to add glue or anything. Okay, so to start off with, you're going to need a 12 by 12 piece of white cardstock, and then we're going to cut the top piece in whichever pattern paper you choose at 7 by 11 and 7/8, and or you can leave it at 7 by 12. And then I went ahead and placed it down right in the middle portion of that white 12 by 12 paper. I went ahead and cut two pieces of the wood cardstock, and you're going to cut those at 1 1/4 by 11 and 7/8. And then you're going to place one on the top and one on the bottom. So once you get your wood patterns on and your flower pattern on, we're going to move on to the waterfall. And for that, I chose the green checkered paper. And you're going to cut those down to 2 7/8 by 4. And then you're going to score a 1/2 inch up on top, okay, of all of these. And you're going to cut out 6 of these, okay? And then I went ahead and cut little squares to cover the back because I wanted them to be covered. This green paper, it has like on the back of it has cut out pieces, and so that you can cut out. And so I went ahead and covered those up, but you can use whatever pattern paper you would like. So next I went ahead and cut out my mats, and I decided to go ahead and just layer them up the same that I did on the other layout. So you're just going to basically do the same thing. And if you want to use different papers, you can do that. I used different papers, but it's going to be the same measurements, okay? So I have the measurements again for you here. Your mats are going to be 4 by 5, 3 3/4 by 4 3/4, 3 1/2 by 4 1/2, and then 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to share with you was these are the 6 waterfall pieces we're going to be using, okay? And I chose to kind of mix it up, so I brought in that pink with the brushed, pretty brush pattern on it, and I thought that this looked really pretty. And what I did is I actually staggered these, okay? So you're going to lay them down, and you're going to lay the 1/2 inch piece down first. You're going to put glue on that, and then you're going to like go over, I want to say about 1/4 of an inch or a 1/2 inch, and then you're going to lay down the next pattern kind of, and then again you're going to do the other one staggered right behind that. And same thing with this bottom waterfall as well. So I'm going to lay down the pink piece, and then I'm going to go ahead and come in with the green piece and place some glue on there, kind of stagger it over about 1/4 of an inch or a 1/2 inch, and then lay it down underneath that 1/2 inch piece flap that we adhered down, and then same thing here. I did add some magnets to mine, and you'll see here in just a bit. I went ahead and did this on the top and on the bottom waterfall. So you'll just go ahead and add your magnet to your piece, you know, the top back waterfall piece, and then you're going to add your magnet to the back of, or actually it's going to be on the layout itself, okay? So you'll see the magnet right there. It's the little dot right where the wood panel is, and you're going to go ahead and just glue those down, and that way you have a closure for your waterfall. So for the back, to cover up the magnets, I went ahead and came in with some papers that I had already cut. These are in the scrap pile, and I went ahead and just backed them up and placed them underneath the waterfall, which is going to be actually adhered to the layout, okay? Once you get your pieces cut out the way that you want them, then you're just going to go ahead and lay them down right underneath the waterfall on top of the layout. Okay, so the next thing I did is I grabbed these little flags from the ephemera packet, and then I went ahead and laid them down. on one on each top of the waterfalls. And then I went ahead and laid down my photo mats, and I just did them kind of catty-wonky, kind of turned them a little bit just to give the layout a little bit of life, and then I took the chipboard piece and I went ahead and I put glue on the back of there and adhered that down right in the center. I thought that looked really pretty. Next, I grabbed some other ephemera pieces, which are the flowers and some of the leaves and such from the packet. And I don't know about you, but when I get a packet of ephemera like this, I just go ahead and I pour all of it out, and then I make little piles of like the same thing. So like if all the flowers are in one pile, all the leaves are in another pile, all the sentiments and stuff are in another pile, I just kind of make piles so I can see what is all in front of me. And then that's how you try different things out on your layout and what you like. So here on this flower one, this is a bushel of flowers, and I went ahead and placed some foam tape on the back of that. That way it would be raised on the bottom part of it, because it's going to be adhered to this flower, the chipboard rose, okay? And so I went ahead and just placed that on top of there. The next thing I did is I went ahead and I just kind of grabbed some ephemera, and I liked these large leaves that are in the ephemera packet, and I thought that they looked really pretty with the roses. And so I went ahead and just placed some foam tape on the back of the roses so they kind of looked like they were up, sitting up, and then the leaves are actually glued down to the page. And then same thing with the top left hand side where you see the leaves and the rose. I did the same thing with that one. And then here I'm just getting some other stuff and kind of playing around, seeing what I liked. And I liked, like I said, I like these long leaves. They're so pretty. And then I decided to go ahead and just leave that leaf the way that it is. I didn't put any flowers on that one. I just thought it looked really pretty the way it was. Next, I went ahead and grabbed the sentiments and I glued them on to a couple of pieces that I had in the scrap pile. Okay, and the back of these are like a light pink. This is paper from the kit. Okay, and I just went ahead and I kind of cut around the words so they would have like a little background. And so I just kind of fussy cut that out. Thought that looked really pretty. And then we're going to place these on top of the layout. I did use foam tape to pop these up, and I just thought that these looked so, so pretty. So here I'm using the foam tape, and you're just going to go ahead, put that up. And it just says, I think it says timeless memories is what I put on here. And again, this is going to be filled with the photos from our trip. And we walked down this trail after we got done climbing the rock. And so I'm going to show you a couple of pictures here. And then I use these cute little, I call them wooden buttons, but they call them embellishments. And they're just so pretty. And I just put a few on there. I didn't go crazy because it had a lot of the elements already on top of the layout. I didn't want to like oversaturate. And I was going to lay down some flowers on here. I decided to add that pink flower right down in the right hand bottom corner of the layout. And then next I added my photos, and I added some of the pictures from our trip. Okay, you guys, so we are done with both of our layouts for this project, and I think that these turned out so good. We made two little waterfalls here on this layout that turned out so cute. And they just go ahead and close like this. This one on the bottom opens up like this. And to cover your magnet, if you wanted to cover this magnet up here, you know, you could definitely just put a little tuck spot, you know, a little something right there. That would be super cute. Let's see here. I would use tape. Well, you could use glue. So we'll just use glue right here, just like that. And just stick that right over that little magnet right there. And it's just a little tuck spot on this one too. You could definitely just add a little flower or something there. Maybe you want to add like a little koala or something, you know, if you want to. Or let me see what else we got. Oh, we have let's see, this little koala, he's a little tiny, and you could just add that right there. I think that is super cute. So these little animals are so stinking cute, you guys. You could definitely put your picture over this if you wanted to. I just thought that this little guy would be cute right there. And then you have 2 photo mats right here. And then we have our flowers, and we have our chipboard roses on both of these layouts. We have Timeless Memories as our title. And then here we have Wonderful Times. And then we have the little, again, chipboard. We have the little buttons here and here. And I only put 3 on here. I thought that was super cute. And then here we have some of our little flowers, and then some more of our ephemera flowers here. And I think both of these turned out so, so cute. I'm definitely going to go ahead and put some more of the trip photos in here that we took. And then I'm going to put my pictures in here of like the little landscape pictures that I took on our trip. Flowers and things like that I thought would be super cute on the waterfalls. And so anyway, I hope that you guys like both of these layouts. You can definitely check out the scrapbook kit at the store, and I will have the link down below. Again, it is the May 2024 scrapbook kit, and you guys can use this for Easter, for anything, wedding, anything. So, so pretty. So thank you again for joining me, you guys. Take care, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. Thanks so much for joining me today, y'all. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and hit that bell for future notifications on all upcoming videos, tutorials, YouTube hops, and my Friday night lives at 4:30 Central Time.